Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Big Robbie, 1990, and I'll be continuing off with a little bit more Oxygen Not Included. I just. Hi, Kirian. Hi, Larna. Uh, Even though there's just two of you guys, since you guys are here, there may be a problem to where I may not be able to actually continue streaming anymore. The reason why I say that is because obviously my family doesn't want me to better myself and try to get a better career, so they're not exactly fond of me doing this because it interrupts them, and it's gotten to the point where the reason why I'm late again is because of stupid family arguments, because that's pretty much all my family really just knows how to do. It's funny because my family always talks about like me being disrespectful and this and that, when it's actually the other way around, and it's just a very confusing manner to explain. It's like I do like the streaming thing, for you guys, and it's also to help my grandmother out and everything else. But like I said, they don't want me streaming because it interrupts with what they do, which is strange in my opinion because there's a lot of things that's wrong by saying this, but there's a lot of family confrontations literally just because of the streaming. So like it's pretty much like they don't want me to succeed and they don't want me to uh, so the reason why I say I probably won't be streaming that much anymore is because I'm just gonna, obviously, the streaming thing can't happen, so I'm gonna have to try to go to school now. I mean, try to get a vehicle, to just something, so I won't be able to stream as much anymore. And it's like, it's not fair to me, and it's not fair to you guys, because like, trust me, like, I understand my family's complications. You guys don't have to. I mean, it's not your, it's not your job. But it's just like, when they're miserable and you're not, and you're trying to better yourself because they're too old, they can't do any of this anymore, so they keep you from doing what you want to do to better yourself. It's very depressing, like especially since like I have insomnia, so like they don't understand that I can't go to bed until like 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And then I get like this 5-year-old kid with from a family member that gives no respect at all. And it's like, it literally, like, everything gets portrayed to me, it reflects back to me as me being the bad guy, when there's a lot of wrong stuff just alone in this house. And it's just, I don't want any duplicates right now. They're kind of bad. And like, it makes everything difficult, like way more difficult than what it should be. I mean, I actually do get threatened by my family, like, oh, you better hope that, like, I die first before she does. And it's just, there's so many twisted stories in this house, it's ridiculous. Like, I just stood up for my sister because of the things I was able to get away with that she wasn't able to get away with, and the things that she was able to get away with, I wasn't able to get away with. Perfect example, she had her boyfriend over, like, yesterday, like 2 days ago, just watching movies, just sitting on the bed, like not really doing anything, but you can see, like, at an angle into my sister's room. My room's down the hallway. You can't see what I do in there. And of course that makes her, suspicious, whereas I was not. And well, it's really none of your guys' business, but like in the past I've, had a lot of girlfriends, but not a lot of partners. That's as clean as I could put that. And because in my room, because it's kind of big but it's also small at the same time because of all the stuff I have, so there's no place in my room to sit down except for on the bed. And apparently, because I'm a guy, all we ever think about is coitus, doing this and doing that. Because I'm a guy, that's all we ever think about, because that's all society thinks we ever think about. And like I said, like, the whole house is just like twisted with so many things, and it's just Kim's asleep again. And it's so difficult to get things done or to do. And everybody gets looked down on as the bad guy. It's just like, the reason why a lot of my stress and everything else is literally because of my family. It is not because of me, it's because of my family. But like I said, like, everything gets twisted when it shouldn't be. Like, you could record the whole conversation, and you'll have somebody like, I did not say that. Like that's edited audio. Like, they will, like, lie and twist the story to get it to where it fits them in their perfect utopia. And which sucks, because like I said, like, I do this, you know, I'm doing this for my grandparents, but obviously they don't want me doing that, because it's just, it's a very complicated issue. Like, I don't understand why it is, but it just is. And it's just like nobody understands. It's just like, I guess you could say, like, a perfect example. I'm just waiting for them to do their stuff in the game. It's just like a perfect example. Like, you have somebody like me that suffers from chronic depression, and someone that doesn't suffer from that, they don't understand it, so they're like, oh, it's no big deal, and then they give you, like, excuses and everything else, and you really can't explain it yourself because you don't fully understand the symptoms of what it does to you. And it's like, the whole process is just really complicated, and it's just really difficult. And just like the whole family is just a really, really, really big mess. That's why, you know, if I ever, like, I've told my family, like, you know, like, as soon as I ever catch my break, I'm gone. My family will never see me again. I won't even come in contact with my family because I am just very disgusted with their hypocritical, contradicting actions. And I'm embarrassed of my family, both sides, my mother and my father. I'm just very embarrassed by them, by their sides. And as soon as I get away from my stressful environment and I'm able to do what I'm able to do to better myself and be a better person, then, like I said, like, I won't have any contact with my family because, like, I've had it with them. And obviously they'll say, like, oh, like, no, I do this, I do that, everything. Like, I'm lazy around the house. I'm not gonna lie. I don't do anything around the house because I don't get told to do, because I don't know what needs to be done, which is part of the issue. And every time I've ever helped my father with anything, like 5 minutes in just helping him, we're already yelling and screaming and arguing with each other, and I'm just sick of it. And like, you know, because I have a therapist, I talk to her about this and everything else, and she tells me, well, like, if things are like this and we're trying to, like, discuss, you know, situations, is just, I literally need to get out of this house. Like, I went to Six Flags Magic Mountain yesterday. It was a blast. Just no stress, just no nothing. Like, I really needed that break, period of, you know, that break. And I finally got it, and then we get back to the arguments, and it's really sickening, and it's really tiring. And it's, like I said, when you're trying to better yourself and your family won't let you do that, you know, that's pretty screwed up, because, like, my family is quite literally, oh, what do you call it? Like, they're stressed, but they don't care. They'll, like, bring you down to where you can't be happy, and they'll bring you down to where you won't succeed above them. And it's, like I said, it's just very depressing. So that's why I may not actually be able to stream as much as anymore, because, like, I'm gonna go to, you know, try to go to school, just probably gonna have to ask for, like, more work hours, take, you know, people's shifts. I gotta get out of the house. Like, I can't be in here anymore. And like I said, it's gonna suck for you guys, because this is what I love to do, and you guys, you know, come here to watch my streams, and now we won't be able to exactly provide you with the content that you deserve. And like I said, it's just a whole big mess. But, like, you know, like I said, it's just, it's like, I'm doing this for my family. You know, it's just like, you know, like, from the donations, you know, to help, you know, my grandmother get out of her debt. Like, I would just, like, I would probably shut the donations off, because I won't need them anymore. Because this is what I was, you know, setting myself out to do for my grandparents. But, like, my grandmother's been told, like, for 15 years, like, oh, you probably have, like 6 months to live. 15 years ago, that lady is still alive. She's too damn stubborn to want to die. I'm not saying that as a bad thing or a good thing. I'm just saying, like, my grandmother is literally just too damn stubborn. And I get a lot of my stubbornness from my dad, my mom, especially them. And that's also part of the reasons why I'm also extremely angry at all times. It's because, like, depression, you're not necessarily just sad all the time. You also experience other emotions. Well, unfortunately for me, my emotion is either sadness or anger. Like, every time I've ever woken up for, like, all these years, when I finally come to realize, like, oh, why am I always so damn angry? It's because of my chronic depression. But the more I'm stressed out, the more, like, the anger stays. So, like, that's why I was trying to set myself out to make it to where I can do something that I've been wanting to do for a while, which, you know, is streaming and this. And when I finally get that chance, like I said, it gets taken away from me, and I'm not able to do that. And it's a huge bummer. So, like, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm literally not gonna be able to stream for you guys as much anymore because of these reasons. And it's just, you know, my family won't let me be happy, and obviously, apparently, I don't deserve to be happy. And when I try to change that, it's, like I said, it's really depressing. But of course, there's always two sides to every story. But I'm literally, like, telling you everything that I've actually ever had to put up with this family. That's the bad part. It's like, you know, like how Larna always says, like, I'm really super sweet and everything. I actually really am, like, a very extremely nice person. And when I've had enough, I've had enough. It's like you're raised to, you know, show respect to people, you know, to get respect back. Well, when they don't give you respect, how are you supposed to give them respect back? Well, like I said, it makes you the bad guy. And it just doesn't make any sense. And that's where I've literally gone to the point where I've drawn the line on that situation. Because, you know how, you know the old saying for, like, really nice people is just like, when nice people have had enough, they've had enough. And I'm tired of my dad telling me, like, oh, you need to grow up. Well, if it wasn't for you stressing me out and you doing the shit that you do, I probably would not be like this. And then it's, like, funny because they're like, oh, you're saying it's my fault? Well, yeah, it's your fault because you're the one that does this shit to me. And you just can't seem to understand because you're so blinded by your pig-headedness that you can't really see what's going on. It's like, you know, for instance, like, you know, like, I know I'm talking crap about my family, but it's just like, when you expect something of somebody and then they try to meet their expectations and you can't meet it, they're upset with you. And then they're upset with you why you couldn't meet their expectations is because they're not allowing you to meet their expectations. And it's like, it's really confusing. Like I said, like my grandmother, like, you know, because like my grandparents are, you know, they're cynical, they're, you know, senile, you know, they're old timers, and they always twist everything. And it just doesn't understand. Like my grandfather, for example, cross-contaminates food a lot, and my grandmother's always sick. You put 2 and 2 together, you get your answer. My grandfather is the reason why my grandmother is always sick. It's because he cross-contaminates the food. They don't have the best immune systems, and yet my grandfather just does not understand that. It's like my sister, she gets really bad migraines. I used to get migraines, so when someone's like, you know, like, oh, you know, when someone yells at me like, oh, your sister's sleeping, like, how was I supposed to know she was sleeping? Nobody told me. Like, I don't get the information I need from my own family in order for me to, you know, like I said, meet their expectations. And it's sickening. And like I've said, like, I'm really sick of it. But there's like so much more to all this that I just don't really want to go into it, because I just want you guys to just enjoy the gameplay. See which duplicate drowns, or which one survives, or which one's, I don't know. Like, watch them crawl around like little ants, you know, just like this type of thing. You know, like, I don't mean to like do that to you guys, but I had to tell you that, so if I don't stream a lot, you guys know the reason why. And like I said, it's really sad when you're finally able to do something you've always wanted to do, and then your family just won't let you do it. And it's, like I said, it's just, it's heartbreaking because they don't want to watch you succeed, and they've always had high expectations from you. And then, like, when you're trying to succeed to make those expectations, it's just they don't see it that way for whatever reason why. And that's where it gets really confusing. And like I've said earlier in my, like, you know, my last stream, like, my voice is like maybe really raspy because I was at Six Flags Magic Mountain and I was, you know, of course screaming because having fun. Why not? Yeah, well, like I said, if you guys are here for me, it's really can't do anything about it because, like everyone has their problems. I understand that. Like, my biggest problem is I will bug the shit out of you to understand your problem because that's the kind of person I am. Oh, you're a mouth breather and your name is Stinky? We'll call him Red. And it's just like one of my co-workers, perfect example. She hates mice. Basically she doesn't like rodents. She's like terrified of them, and like I don't understand that. So when I was asking her about it so she could explain to me as to why she's afraid of them, she's like, I just am. Well, you have to have a reason why, as you know, to where you're afraid of them. Like, that doesn't tell me anything. Of course, I kept bugging her, and then she snapped at me, and I told her, I was like, well, you know, I'm so sorry. I was trying to understand something like I don't go through so I can understand it. Because like I said, that's my biggest problem, is I try to understand what you go through so I have a better concept of, like, what's going on with you at that moment in your life. Like, you know, it's just like, I haven't had a mother in 21 years. I honestly really don't know what it's like to have a mother. However, my grandmother, she filled in that spot for me. So I do know what it's like, but I still don't know what it's like. And I've always resented my mother because she was never around, but because of, you know, problems, I never got to have that. I was never able to have that chance. So, of course, I grew up with my dad and my grandparents. Well, it's funny how they think, like, I'm disrespectful to them when I'm not. I don't try to be. I try to, you know, follow their rules, but it's never enough. And of course, like, if I tell you the story, you know, my family might get upset because, like, oh, that's not the real story. I'm literally just telling you exactly what just happened, like, 20 minutes ago, before I started streaming this. Yeah, they know why I stream. They know exactly why I stream, but because they can't, because, like, I'm in a room where, like, there's the kitchen doors right here, and of course the entertainment room I'm in is right here. Well, the outside, you know, to get outside is also that way, so it's in the same room. Well, it's just like when they constantly come through, it, like, causes a problem because I have to mute myself because I tell them, like, you know, please knock so I can mute myself. But like I said, but when you get, like, you know, children or something that's, like, screaming, and, you know, they don't even, like, respect their, you know, they don't even respect my grandmother. But like I said, like, I'm literally seen as the bad guy. Like, we just, like, because my cousin came in, and I had just woken up, and I was like, oh, well, I can't stream. And my grandmother was like, you know, my grandma was just like, oh my god, you know, she's like so sick of it. And she knows why I stream. But like I said, because years back, my cousin would be having this damn dog squeaky toy at like 7, 8, 9 in the morning, just squeaking this damn thing while I'm asleep. But because I suffer from insomnia, nobody cares. Because, like I said, they don't suffer from it, so they don't know it, so they don't care. Like, that's the problem. And like I said, it just makes everything difficult. It's like when I'm, like, really tired, like, I need that sleep to catch up on. Like, I'm an insomniac. I don't sleep well at night. That's what insomnia is. Duplicate got stuck. Oh, I like how Larna, like, literally, like, digs the dirt first before she even helps him. I mean, that would be like perfect example would be like Dr. Zalady. Like, she's a vegetarian. Like, I don't understand why she's a vegetarian. Oh, she loves animals too damn much. She doesn't want to eat an animal. Okay, like, I understand that part, but like, why are you a vegetarian? Like, what makes you want to become a vegetarian? Like, I don't understand that. Like, I love bacon. I love ham. You know, I love hamburgers. You know, I love meat. Like pepperoni. You know, hot dogs, chicken. You know, I love that stuff. But like, knowing that she's a vegetarian, I don't understand that. I don't understand why. But, you know, she has her reasons, and if she really can't explain because that's just the way she is, that's just the way she is. At least, you know, she told me, she's like, oh, I'm a vegetarian because I don't like to, you know, eat animals, you know, because they get hurt, they get this and that and everything. Okay, now I know the reason as to why you're a vegetarian. I mean, like, explaining yourself to people is, honestly, it's not that difficult. The problem is that person you're explaining to doesn't listen to you because they don't want to. That's the problem. But like I said, that's what makes like everything like really sad, is because like people just do not want to understand one another. It's the reason why nice people do not like, you know, mean people, because mean people, of course, they suck. And it's just like, why are you, you know, such an a-hole all the damn time? And like, you know, it's just like, you know, douchebags, you know, stuck up, you know, bitches. I'm just naming them out there because, you know, it's true. Like, have you ever, like, seriously, have you guys ever just thought to yourself why it's like that? You know why mean people don't like nice people don't like mean people? The perfect example I can give you is because people do not like people that are different from themselves. Nice people like nice people because they're nice. They actually show that they care, and they do this and they do that. Mean people like mean people because they don't give a shit about you or anybody else. That's why you have bullies. For that example, bullies do not like nice people. It's the biggest example right there. Like, that's what's wrong with this world, is because people do not like other people that are different from themselves. That's why, of course, like me, like, I'm one of them. I'm a really nice person. I do not like people that are assholes. I just don't. We don't get along. It's like rich versus poor. Rich people don't get along with poor people. Poor people don't get along with rich people. It's the same concept. Rich people do not like poor people because poor people are not rich. But of course, a poor person wants to be with a rich person because, you know, they got money. But that's not the point. I mean, like, people do not like people that are different from themselves. That's the problem with this world. That's the problem as to why people do not understand another human being, is because of that very thing. And it's, like I said, it's disgusting. That's the reason why I'm a misanthropist. Biggest reason right there is because I am a misanthropist, because people suck. I wish I was a dog and I could be called good boy or good girl all day and get my belly rubbed and be fed and, you know, have people pick up after my poop and my pee. You know, it would be great. But, you know, just... Well, like I said, there's always two sides to every story, Alarna, but, like, that's the best way I can just explain it. But, like, as I've, like, repeated multiple times, like, because people do not like other people that are different from themselves. Nice people only like nice people. I hate mean people. They suck. They get everything they've ever wanted. People like me work too damn hard, especially since I have a learning disability. I suffer from insomnia. I have chronic depression. You know, just like stuff like that. And I will not get anywhere in life. Why aren't you guys digging? Dig. I need my moles. I mean, I got plenty. I need like one big mole right here, but that's not the point. I mean, like, I've always like wondered why about that until it finally... It dawned on me, like when I was like literally like 15 years old, it dawned on me, like, people do not like other people that are not, you know, that are different from themselves, because it just doesn't work out like that. That's exactly how people are. That's exactly how people operate. And like I said, that's a sickening thing. That's why I've become a misanthropist, because of that very reason. Well, just because I have depression doesn't necessarily mean that I, you know, suffer from insomnia. It's just like before I've always like I had trouble sleeping ever since I got into middle school. I've just had a big problem with sleeping right after that. And then when I would always find myself getting like really sad for like no damn reason at all whatsoever. Like even like the littlest tiniest thing, like it was like, hey, you want to play a game with me? And you say no, like I'm sad. And it's just like you know, like, you know, it's just like, you know, I want interaction with another human being and you're denying me that. And that's what makes me sad. You guys are really hard at work. Look at this. Oxygen. I need more oxygen though. But like, you know, it's just it's a very complicated issue. No, I have a therapist for that. No offense, Lorna. Like my like about like my work and everything else, my therapist and I, when we were talking, she's like, well, okay, you should put yourself in school. You should, you know, change your, you know, your job area. Not like the job itself, because that's why I have this paper, so I can transfer to a different store. It's funny too, because I can also transfer to Canada, because it says transfer request form United States and Canada. What is it? Crap. So like I'm gonna transfer it to a different store so I could be happier, and then I'm just gonna go to school so I can get myself out of the house so I can also be happier. But like I said, that's gonna take away streaming from you guys, but also because my family has a problem with me streaming, I won't be streaming much in general anyway as it is. So even though I think I'm off, if I remember correctly, I'm off tomorrow, I just won't be streaming much. I'll probably give you guys like 4 videos and then that's it. So now Zelda and Final Fantasy games are going to take so much longer because now those 3 videos or 4 videos, so like one day it's just going to be like Final Fantasy. So if I have 2 days off, one day will be Final Fantasy and the other day will be just Zelda, because obviously I can't stream because my family doesn't want me to, or really will let me. I really am going to need some water badly. Oh, hey, there's a vent up there. I got water in here too. Aw, you made a mess? Really? Well, at least it's going down there. How did you make a mess? There's bathrooms right there. Hey, what are these things doing here? Kill them. Yeah, okay, wash your hands first and then annihilate them. Oh, okay, there you go. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, look at Lorna. She's getting relaxed. She's gotta go to the bathroom too. You're fine with 4? See, but like the problem with those days is I'm gonna have to like literally try to stream as many hours of that one video as possible. Somebody help this duplicate. Catalina's sick. Oh, now you go to help her. Hope you wash your hands first. Kim's helping Katarina. I wish that was possible. I got me another duplicate. Yokel, you can't research, supply, operate, cook. Oh my god, look at that. Quick learner, interior decorator, iron gut. I'll call you John. Oh, sweet, they're almost finished. Oh yeah, the whole thing for close to half an hour? Yeah. Alright, what do I need to do? I need more caregivers, that's what I need. They're dying. I know you guys are sick. There's nothing I can do. They just keep sneezing. Red really just peed? Did you really just pee? Like, really? Come on, guys. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're not even emptying the freaking bathrooms. Why do I always have so many problems? Like, I suffer a problem at home and then it, like, goes into my game. Look, I know you guys are sick. How do you have hypothermia? This is like perfect temperature for you guys. That person made a mess while on the massage table. That's gross. Well, I'm going to try to fix this off screen. So I'm going to stop this stream. And I'm going to get a different video game up and running, okay? I'm going to get some more Far Cry 5 done. I really want to finish that game now. So, well, thank you for listening. Thank you for hearing me out. Like, you know, I do apologize about that. Also, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys very shortly again very soon. So take care, and have a good one. Goodbye.